It is now January the 2nd, 2023. The approximate time is 12:24 a.m. Hearing some noises coming from out here, outside. Raise my window. Not exactly sure what that is. But while I have the video going, I was reviewing the video that I took yesterday, or actually now it's 2 days ago on 12/31/2022. This is the noise 12/31/2022 part 3. I want to show something that I did not notice until just now. Let me mute the sound here. Right here. And of course, I'm hearing their chatter. But right here, let me back off just a little bit. As I've mentioned before, there's times I don't notice something right off until I go back and I review the audio or video. And what this video was about was, as I mentioned, my landlord had just left, and typically that's when stuff would start popping off. That's when the SIG usually would, well, I don't want to accuse her, but what I will say is I would hear noises coming from down the stairs, and that is the stairway. As you can see, the light went off. The light switch is right there. I did not turn the light off. She did. But there was noises coming from downstairs. I can go back and review it. Let me do that. And mute this. This is very important here. This is evidence. And I'm noticing something else. Let me see if that's what it is. Let me go back just a little bit to pick up, trying to not show my reflection. Here we go. You can hear traffic going by. That's the noise coming from below my stairs. Let me go back to that light. Hear the door slam? The light should go off in a moment. Hear the door slam? The light should go off in a moment. Again, notice this right here. There's a reason why this is important. Okay. So let me do this for a moment. I took a lot of videos the last few days. There we go. Let me mute it. Oh, I apologize for that. Let me mute it. As you can see, this right here. There we go. It's things like that I don't notice until later on. Like I didn't notice that green laser beam type thing. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I'm going to cover the camera briefly. Not saying that's what it is, but that's what it definitely looks like. As I made it very clear, I don't know much about the technology that they use, but I do know enough now that I know what that looks like. And as I said, you know, there's times that I don't notice something when I'm taking a video. I do get distracted by the noise that I hear around me when I'm trying to do the videos. That's why sometimes I might speed my talking up a little bit because I'm trying to get to my point so I don't forget, because it is very distracting. I mean, I will say that I'm not giving them credit and I'm not blaming them either. But I will say that sometimes when I'm taking the video, I don't really notice these things, just like in the audios. I'll go back and I'll listen to them several times, and sometimes I hear things that I didn't hear when I first listened to it. Sometimes I hear things that even I didn't hear when I was recording it. So that's why this is so important. That's why I take as many videos as I do, and that's why I had over 800 audios. The reason I had over 800 audios is I was doing so many different sound samples. I was trying to get definitive proof of, I mean, just no doubt. For one, it was for myself at first, you know, to prove that I really was hearing these things, because you cannot record a delusion. You know, so that was the first thing. That's why I was making as many audios as I could. And I also would, like every night, I was taking audios because I wanted to hear what was going on when I was sleeping. And also I knew that they were talking over me. I had heard them one night and I thought, well, if I record it, for one, I thought they would stop, but they did for a little bit. They did kind of, whenever I started hitting the record button, the noise would stop for a little bit, but then they went around it. They found other ways to do it, or they would tamper with the actual recording. Then I started taking videos, and that was what they could not tamper with. And when I started uploading these videos, I do it immediately so they can't tamper with it. However, I would go back and watch videos, especially on YouTube, that you know, there's videos I posted on here that I've had to redo because it sounds like they have tampered with my voice. My voice will sound different, or they're skipping, or like today, or excuse me, technically yesterday now, I showed where I had made an audio or several different audios that the sound was so low you couldn't hear it. However, it was mostly about her. The SIG. Whenever I talk about the SIG, it seems like the audio isn't as loud, or there's, you know, it's too muffled. It's, you know, I don't think that's a coincidence. I'm not accusing her of anything. I'm just making an observation. When I see consistency like that, I do have to take I do pay more attention to that, I'll just say that. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. Hearing that noise outside was kind of freaky. I heard that and I thought, is that the TV? Was that in the audio? What is that? And then I muted the TV and I actually heard it and I wanted to record it. I'm not sure if that's them messing around because they have done that before. I have heard yelling and I've heard different noises coming from outside and I'd go out there and there would be nothing. This is one of their tactics. I'm not saying that they're the ones doing it, but I wouldn't put it past them either. But that, what I just showed, the blinking light there at the door and then showing the green ray, I'm not saying that that's what that was, but it does look kind of suspicious. I will say that. I'm going to wrap this up. I try to keep these audio videos, within 10-15 minutes. I try to do it less than that, but as you can see, it's been a busy last couple of days. Technically it's still today for me because I haven't been asleep yet, but it's been a very long day. They have made so much noise. They've made a lot of threats. I do not, as I've said before, I don't take their threats seriously, but I do have to document them, unfortunately. It's unfortunate for them. It's kind of a little bit of a pain for me because I feel like, I have to get back on and do this and it's like I'm being a snitch or a tattletale, but I'm really not. I'm just doing my job and I have to report. Unfortunately, like I said, when they make a threat, I do have to document it. And it is also for my own safety and protection because that way if something were to happen, at least it's documented and it's reported. So having said that, I don't want to ramble on because like I said, I am tired. It is approximately right now the time is 12:35 a.m. And it's past my bedtime, I'll just say that. So I am going to wrap up this video, and I hope everyone has a great night. Anyone who's going through anything like this, please do not be afraid to speak your truth, and I've said it before, if, you're too afraid to talk to anybody, you want to contact me, I'm here. My email address is knd428@yahoo.com. I'm not asking for subscribers. I'm not asking for likes or dislikes, and I'm not asking for comments. I just want the truth to be out there to help at least one person. If I can help one person, then you know what? That's great. I'm happy with that. Everyone have a great night. God bless. And once again, Happy New Year.